Okay. YouTube video. Maybe I'll make an actual... Uh oh. Maybe I should start over. Alright, we gotta speedrun the Millia guide, alright? We're gonna speedrun the Millia guide. So there's a bunch of stuff we had to talk about, and I've been playing her since Wednesday. And because of the flow of things, like, I played some matches on Wednesday, and then I did a bunch of training mode past couple of days, and I just played a bunch of matches again. So let's look at moves real quick. Special moves. Some basic combo ideas. And Oki. Okay, we'll go like that. So quickly, so this is our 5K. So besides it being, we say it's new, but actually it's not new. It's her old 5K, except she doesn't do the full split meme. If you've seen the full split meme on Twitter, she doesn't do it. She just sticks her leg out like a front kick, and she fucking is leaning with it, right? Look at her lean with it. Okay, so this move is important for pressure, really, really important, because you have the most Gatling options off of it, and it's jump cancelable. The jump cancel can be delayed. It goes into itself, and you can go into lows, you can go into frame trap. It's not a frame trap, it'd be silly mashing, but okay. It's a really important normal, okay? She leans back. 2K is her default low. The most important thing about 2K is you get to go into sweep. We will revisit that. Her 2P is important because it's a mid, unlike 2K, which is a low, but you can't actually mash 2K. And again, you can only do 2K 2D. So 2P you can like mash and like establish like what's happening. Okay. Close slash is another big one. So this is the same as before. It's jump cancelable. So you get bad moon overhead, which I did really poorly. You get a low option, you get a risky low option, and you get some nonsense that we won't talk about in this video. Okay. But a very flexible offensive tool. You have a frame trap built into it. You have a bunch of stuff. To us, I haven't used this move very much except for Oki. It seems like it might be a good poke, actually, compared to previous versions. It's not jump cancelable like previous versions, and your options outfit are pretty good, honestly. But like, the thing is, like, say here, right? This isn't a reach, but far slash does. Far slash is basically her best poke. I mean, in this version, it really is her best poke, and it's a crazy move, just crazy. You don't get the combo of it all the time, but since they changed her 5H and honestly kind of buffed it, and honestly, isn't her hair cute in this? Like, look at this. Look at that. That's kind of cute, right? It's got like a little scorpion tail. And let me, before I forget, turn off alerts. Oh, just the one time. I'm sorry, friends. Okay. So you get way more opportunities to go into 5H, but at max range, you don't usually get to hit confirm it. This move is really good because it has a lot of range, and you have like a lot of options off of it. Like, you can do far slash, you can do mirage if you want, you can do nothing, you can backdash, you can 5H. You have a bunch of options you have, right? 5H is mostly filler. Doesn't really do much anymore. Not as much because you don't have the sweet Gatling anymore. Not saying that you don't get knocked down if you hit it, because you can get air car here, but you don't get a lot of opportunities to knock down. Then her 2H is kind of the same as her old one, except she can't jump cancel off it, which is really important because it makes it more risky than before. She has a 6H, which hops over lows and throw, which is pretty important. So you can do like this type of thing and go over throw. But it kind of loses to, not kind of, it really does lose to like immediate fast smashing. So if you want to use it as a frame trap, you have to use it off close slash, or you have to like really get them to respect you, which is kind of tough. Her sweep is like up and down compared to previous versions. The big nerf is that it's not -1, it's minus like 11. So it's pretty, you basically have to do something after it, or you can't be as liberal with it as before. But it feels a little bit bigger, and of course it's a hard down. Hard down is important for her in this game. The last couple normals I want to talk about is her 6P, which is basically like your standard Guilty Gear 6P, where it has some type of really good hitbox, but it's much harder to use in this game, mostly because of what happens on counter hit. Actually, on second thought, I guess this doesn't have like the same type of upper body in gold, because R slash should never beat that. But it's also a good option for anti-air as well. As you can see, it's a little bit hard to hit confirm most of the time though, but when you can, it's good. Your last anti-air option that you have is 5P. This move is great. This move is great. This move is kind of saving my life right now. And on counter hit, you get a combo, which is great. Okay, so that's normals. We're speed running any percent. So that's normals. So special moves now. Special moves. So they have changed a lot of stuff, by the way. Like basically all our special moves are different. Okay. So let's start with the new role, which is called Mirage. So this move is called Mirage. Wow, she super jumped. Wow, she's really out here super jumping. Okay. So this move is a little tricky. Like you can low profile, but because she doesn't have her old role used to go under a ton of shit. This one is just a standard low profile, so you kind of have to see like what moves it works against, what moves it doesn't work against. It's a little tricky to use. As far as offense, it's pretty tricky to use as well. So most of the things that I've been using it for is confirming certain things like 2H counter hits. Like for example, let's just lazily do that. So was it not a counter hit? Can we get a counter hit, please, Miss Millia? Dubstep. There we go. So you get something like that, right? But you can kind of roll through things with it, sidestep through things. I actually don't know if this works, but in general, like a lot of these like Hadouken style, like stun edge things, you can roll past. If you're having problems against Potemkin and he does Hammerfall, you can do this as well. Cool. Cool. Nice move. Nerfed compared to prior versions, but still useful. Okay, Lust Shaker. Another move that's nerfed, but still useful. The main thing about this move is that you can mess with people's defensive timing. It actually is not safe, really. So you have to make sure you're kind of like here and not like here. Here you're dying. Here you will be fine. So at this range, you could do like this type of thing and be like pretty safe, and that's fine. You can also mash it. Right? And if they block, you're less safe. Just let's keep that in mind. So make sure you space it well. It's a really, really big thing to space this move well. Haircar now bounces forward. It's minus 12, so it's pretty unsafe. It still has some uses, but for me, it's mostly been combos. So like combos like this give you like Okuzeme, which is really, really nice, really, really important for her. If you have meter 2, you could do nonsense with meter, but in my opinion, the blue RC is better. So the blue RC stuff is better, so I would go for that more often. We can lightly discuss that later. It's not for the scope of this video. Bad move. Okay, so a few things about this. One, it doesn't have minimum height anymore, so it's faster than it used to be. That's sad move. This is bad move. 12 frames, that's sad move. This is bad move. 12 frames, so extremely quick, and you use it off your jump cancelable moves, like that. And you can also, way less known, but you can use it, let's make your stand too. Opponent status, stand, okay. You can use it to frame trap people, if you're willing to take a risk. But you have to delay it, like that. So you can do that if you're really scared. Use meter, but you will definitely catch people by delaying it like that. Really nice little thing because you don't usually that won't like be airtight, so it's a nice thing to like get people to like not mash so much. It's a big risk, but you get a knockdown off it, so it's fine. Am I missing? Oh, we have a S disc. This move has changed a lot, so it went from -1 to -20 something. 20 is like 21 or something. But she flings a disc at you. So it has some neutral usage. So a really easy example is I played a Zato today, and I was like, oh shit, I can't throw pin at Eddie, what do I do? What do? You fucking do S-Disc. Actually pretty good, and you can do it from like here with relatively little risk. So it has some uses. You can also use it to hit confirm things that you can't normally confirm. So like, that's actually pretty safe. This you can confirm. You can confirm like here. Yeah, imagine knowing. But you can confirm into soft down, send them flying if you want. I don't use it that much actually, to be honest. But it's something that I saw that people could do. Then we have H-Disc, which is a long discussion, so we will talk about that one a little later. Okay, let's go into air moves instead, because there's two air moves that are pretty important. We have Turbo Fall, and we have Capple, not Capple. So Turbo Fall is the same old Turbo Fall. No more super cancel options, but it recovers like relatively fast, so you can do stuff. And of course, it's pretty obvious use, right? You go from the air to the ground at a really sharp angle. It goes through people too, so occasionally you can use it for mix-ups as well. Occasionally, a big emphasis on occasionally. And then there's this move. This is a really weird move, and I'm really glad I waited to do this a couple of days, because deadass yesterday I was like, this move is mostly useless, like straight up. But this move does have its place. It's a really important move in neutral. I'm trying to find more uses for it, but essentially the thing is she has no pin, right? So you used to use pin to discourage lazy anti-air attempts, because a lot of Guilty Gear characters have really strong anti-airs. So you use pin to either get out the way or hit them. So she doesn't have that tool anymore. You might have thought maybe Bad Moon, but Bad Moon doesn't change her momentum. It just is a dive kick, like basically. So you can use Capple instead in these places to get away from the anti-air, stick a hitbox under you, and land and take your turn. So if they get hit, they get hit. If they don't get hit for some reason and you land, all the anti-airs in this game have a ton of recovery. So you will land and you're able to punish. So if you use it well, it is a really, really, really good tool. Okay. So we did normals, and we did ground normals. Whoops. And we did specials. We do air normals real quick, but it's not that much to talk about. JP is mashable, but it doesn't have a Gatling. JK is not mashable, but it's a really good move that combos into itself, actually. And you have JK JD Gatling, which is really nice, which I would have to do like here. JK JD Gatling. You have JS JD Gatling as well, which is basically a combo tool. You have JH. And then you have JD, which is an overhead with minimum height, but it's a really tricky overhead that's really, really, really strong. Really, 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 really strong. Really, really strong. Damn, yo, 6K was so bad that I didn't talk about 6K. I literally didn't talk about 6K. Yeah, they nerfed the fuck out of this move. This move is pain. It's +1, but it's 28 frames now, so it's really fast. And whatever low crush it has activates super late, like insanely late. So they really need to respect you for you to get away with this. And the range is not as big as it used to be as well. So it's basically almost all nerfs. The only thing that it keeps is its plus frames from previous versions. Okay. So now, the thing that everyone wants to hear is about H-Disc. Yeah, you can jump out H-Disc and it sucks and I need a buff Millia. Video over. Thanks. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. Who's trash? Next, you can jump out of it. Everybody do it. Just kidding. JK. Okay, let's seriously talk about it. Let's not meme about it. So they made this now. They were really, really clever with how they changed this move to fit this game, so it's not like too good, but still good. So now she goes airborne and toss it. She tosses it. This inherently limits your options. Before, in old versions of Guilty Gear, she just does it and you run up, you do whatever you want. But by her being airborne, it limits what you can do. So let's use a really easy example. And honestly, this is the new thing. So if I did this right, I get hit out of my jump. So you actually can't jump this. The JK is air dash cancelable, so you have options off that. So you have stuff like, let's say, right? So you have your low option. You have a high option, okay? And then the thing is, the JK of course, as you saw, is a safe jump, so they can't do a reversal. There's no parry or anything, so they gotta hold that. Once you get them a little bit scared, you can try to layer in some cute stuff. So everyone saw in the Millia trailer, they did like that little cross, which is kind of nice. You can stay same side. You can do like a bunch of cute little things with that. Next, so we take this step further. So we have this. So here's another problem. If you do this immediately, actually, you know what? Let me record it too. All right. So if you do this immediately, okay. So it's really hard to get the disc to hit immediately on someone who's standing up. In previous versions of the game, there were ways to do it. Usually you have to like lab a combo to make it hit that way. But in this game, I've really only found one way to get a meaty disc so far. We call it meaty and late disc, right? The late disc idea is that Millia meaties you. The meaty disc idea is that the disc meaties you. But in this version of the game, it's really fucking hard to get a meaty disc. I'm not gonna lie. You're mostly gonna be doing it with this jump kick. So, to get this, you actually have to delay. If you delay, you're good. But then, this is a point blank though, right? And it's not like you can mash 2K, so like, this is much more realistic, right? And this is fine and all. But what if you do like what if you do that? Does it reach far enough? Okay, doesn't reach far enough. What do? You can do two things. You can do that, where you get the S, or you can try to gamble with an air dash. It's up to you what you do. If you do the S, it seems like... well, I did throw. If you do the S, it seems like you can't air dash for whatever reason. I've really been trying it, by the way. When I get it, it seems like you can't air dash off that. So, but you have a lot of plus frames, so you can like run up and do like a poke throw type of thing. That's pretty strong. But those are pretty much your core options if you're going to use this. Another option you have, if you feel like it, which I actually don't use too much, but and I should use, is you could try to do an air dash safe jump with JK, but you'd have to get the timing down. I don't have this down personally. If you do it right, they can't backdash or anything, and you get to like take your turns. Pretty nice. I think that's all the Oki notes I have. Some basic combo stuff. So, of course, it's 2K2D, super important, right? You generally want to... She basically has like two types of combos you can do. Your basic confirms are going to be 2K2D, like I said. You have your... is she on all guard? You have your CS2H hair card, which is really nice. Hair card gives you a hard knockdown as well. And specifically with this, even like here, you get a safe jump with it into 50-50, which is pretty nice. From there, you have, as far as like further with combos, you can go for an air dash loop, which is mildly consistent. I don't really do. Or you can go for a loop with turbo fall, which is the one I've been doing pretty much the most. So really lazy example of both, let's say. So let's do like... So the JK is cancelable, and you could do stuff like that. This is one I haven't I basically don't use that combo, so I don't have something to show for it, unfortunately. Your other option is you could do something like this, which I use this a lot. And it's still a little awkward, but this is more damage. Like, I think it's like basically the most damage you could do, and you get a bunch of like good implied stuff from it. Like you can do this, for example, and go into Oki. You could do... this isn't real Oki, I'm just doing it just to show the combo. You can get them to the wall and like leave them at the wall if you want. There's a bunch of stuff you can do with that. You can't really do more than two, so it's up to you what you do. Those are basically the two main things I'm doing. Another confirm I'm doing is with... I missed it. Is with blue RC of this. You could just like... into a combo if you want, but if they're in the slowdown too, you could add in some little tricks with that. And I think that covers basic combo. The game's combo system is pretty freeform, so honestly it's been pretty hard for me to be like, this is the combo I'm going to do specifically type of thing. I think I have to play more and then like be like, all right, for here this, for here that, blah blah. Until I really get